Registrars at the Kenyatta National Hospital are on a go-slow over the suspension of one of their colleagues. Now, this follows a botched brain surgery on a wrong patient, which saw the hospital's boss, Koros, also sent on compulsory leave. Now, registrars are master's students and have teamed up with senior doctors, known as consultants, to defend their colleague. The registrars say that their colleague was not to blame and that KNH needs to resolve systematic failures that led to the error. We'll bring you more on that story with NTV's Rosalia Karanja, who is at the hospital. But related to that, students from the University of Nairobi's Business School claim that the patient involved in the brain surgery mix-up at the KNH was one of their own. A national newspaper erroneously reported that the patient had passed on, though the hospital denies that it was the same patient. Now, the students from the university's Lower Kabete campus held demonstrations from Uhuru Park to the hospital. NTV's Seth Olale tagged along with them and joins us now. Seth, what is the correct position about all of this and what is the latest?
Thank you so much, Smriti. It all started as a peaceful demonstration led from Uhuru Park towards KNH Hospital. Remember, like what you've just mentioned, these particular students claim that one of their own died, and the person who died actually was the one who was supposed to have undergone a surgery here at Kenyatta National Hospital. However, like you mentioned, KNH management through the communications director, Mr. Idai, has denied and said that in fact the rightful patient who was supposed to go through the surgery is well here, is receiving treatment, and so that is not the case. But what happened like an hour or so, there were peaceful demonstrations just outside the emergency and casualty area by a section of University of Nairobi students from the Lower Kabete Business School. And all of a sudden, in a quick response, we saw plainclothes policemen as well as those who are uniformed just starting arresting these particular demonstrators. And in the course of it, we also had some journalists, in particular from NTV, as well as Kenyatta University Media and a K24 cameraman. All of those have been arrested or were caught in between the crisis. And so what we know is that they have been taken to Kilimani police station, and it just started very peacefully. They demonstrated. They were about 25 to 30 students. They started at Uhuru Park at around 11 a.m. Then they just came on singing and chanting and saying that KNH management should resign, should go, until they were able to enter towards the emergency and casualty area. However, after about 30 minutes, plainclothes police together with regular police in uniform, in a dramatic response, arrested everyone that was involved, and we were lucky, me and my cameraman Charlo, not to be arrested. And that is the situation here, Smriti, at the KNH.
Seth, we actually have some of that footage, so we'll bring it up on our screens in just a moment. But any idea why these registrars and our cameraman, of course, were arrested? Because you say that the demonstrations were very peaceful. Is it perhaps because they succeeded in entering the emergency wing of the Kenyatta National Hospital, or are we unaware of the rationale behind the arrest?
Well, actually, Smriti, it is two different stories in one. First of all, the registrars, who are actually master's students drawn from various universities, who are supposed to actually undergo the doctors or the surgeons who are supposed to be given instructions by the consultant. And remember that KNH management or KNH board fired the neurosurgery student who actually carried out the bungled surgery on a wrong patient. Now, according to the registrars, they argue that also the consultant who was left behind, has not been sacked, was fully responsible, because they say he is the one in charge and he holds the maximum responsibility. So these particular students were about to address the media as well of what they're complaining that their own has been victimized. According to them, the neurosurgery student who conducted the bungled operation just followed procedure and followed protocol from the consultant, who is an experienced doctor or an experienced surgeon here at the KNH. So the registrars also are complaining, and they're saying saying that their own has been victimized in all this, Mgriti.
All right, Seth, thanks.